And the way they phrase their prompts is quite different. It's just slightly different. It just states out what you need to find in that problem. That's what we would call a word problems. And it is, if it is difficult, it will be this one. Firstly, almost everything about word problems is about real life what equation. Most likely, it will be linear equation. And more often than not, it will be system of linear equation. And then you will have probability. But the most important thing of all is that you're going to have to understand the text to understand the prompt in itself. So firstly, I'm going to do the first question. Hang on. I am going to dissect the first question for right smart knowledge word problems. Okay, right now. So I'm going to read it, and for every single SAT word problems, because word problems in itself is very lengthy, that's why you need to read from bottom up. Moreover, you're going to have to focus on the very last sentence of the question, because they can, for example, you are calculating a linear equation, y equals ax plus b, a linear equation, but sometimes they ask for x, and the other times they ask for a or b, or even y. So if they ask, pay attention to the variable in question, because that will be the very last kind of threshold. They're going to separate those who are careful and those who are not. So that is one of the last ways for the SAT to think, if this person is actually good, because remember, SAT is scholastic aptitude test, which means to test your knowledge, to test your ability, okay, so your skills. So that's how they're going to separate those who are skillful and those who are not. So in pages per hour, what was her average rate of reading for the day? So this one is quite easy. You can see in the afternoon, she read 100 the rate at pages at the rate of 60 per hour. In the evening, she is tired. She read another 100 pages at the rate of 40 pages per hour. What was her average rate of reading for the day? So you're basically just going to have to add them in and divide by 100 pages at the rate of 60 pages per hour. In the evening, when she was tired, she read another 100 pages, 40 pages per hour, in pages per hour. So in total, she read 200 pages. 200 pages, this one takes for about 60 times 100 divided by 60 is 5/3 of an hour, and then 100 divided by 40 is 5/2 of an hour. It takes 5/3 and 5/2, so plus 5/2, and then 200 divided by the answer, so that's 48. Okay, so because this is just a rate per hour, hourly rate, 60, so you're going to have to multiply 60. You have to find the total hour this person, Judy, spent on reading in the afternoon, and then you have to find the hour, the time that she read in the evening. So you're going to have to calculate 100 divided by 60 and 100 divided by 40, and you add up the time, and then you have 200 is the total of pages she read a day, and then you divide them by the total time. You get B. How about 2? Can you do this for me, Tom?
I choose A.
Why A?
Um, First it says the sum of five numbers, so the um denominator will be 5.
The denominator would be largest of 5 consecutive integers in the sum of the first 4 of them is A. So you just POE in this case?
Kind of like that. First I eliminate B and D.
Hmm. Okay.
And then I see that if 5 consecutive. Oh, oh,
You have to explain just do it step by step, okay? Because this is very short, so you have only one sentence to read. That's why you're gonna have to read to do it step by step. Firstly, convert this one into equation. Can you do it for me? The sum of the first 4 is A, right? Consecutive even integer. I'm going to give it, for example, a variable of C, let's say. C plus 1, C plus 2, C plus 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the largest, which is C is plus 5. Yeah. Equals something. Okay, so you have C plus 1 plus C plus 2 plus C plus 3 is A plus C plus 5. So A is basically 3C plus 3 plus C plus 5. Sum of the first 4 of them is...
Sorry. Shouldn't it be C plus 2 plus 4 because it's consecutive even integers?
Oh, I'm sorry, even integers. So it's 2, 4, 6, and 10, right? Thank you. We have 2, 4, 6. I'm sorry, 8. My God. And then we have first 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4C plus 1. This is 10, but plus 12, plus 12, and then plus C plus 8. So we get 4C plus 20 plus C. And we have the plus C plus 8. This is C plus 8 because this is C plus 8 because this is the very largest number. I'm going to name it M. And yeah, how can we calculate M? Even integer largest of the 5 consecutive. We just have to convert this into A, which is precisely C plus 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 20. This is A plus C plus 8. Why do we go back around? I am thinking about this is the max. Max is C plus 8. And we return to 4C plus 20. 4C plus 20 is if the sum of the first 4 of them is A. A, 1, 2, 3, 4. How did this go wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. This is A plus C plus 8. First, the 5 consecutive integers. If the sum of the first 4 of them is A. This is strange. 1, 2. Oh wait, this is 8 plus this is 20 already. So this is C. C plus C. Okay, so we have 4C plus 20 plus C. And we have 4c plus 20 is it's the largest consecutive even integer possible. This is the equal sign. How can I just flip it around? Plus here. Yeah. C plus 8 is 20, 24c, 4c plus 20. I am leaning toward the answer D instead of A because look, because the first consecutive integer is first 4. They ask for the first 4 and they asking what is the largest of the 5 consecutive of the 5. So the total of the number would be 5. So they take out 1 from the rest. And they take out 1 from the rest and they have A. And I would assume now can I just give it back? A plus 20 divided by 4. The last is C plus 8. Oh, this is strange. Okay. Let's see where I got wrong. Hang on. I've done this quite some times now. C plus C plus 2. I can say just if the sum of the first 4 is A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is A. A is 4c plus 12 is 4c plus 12. And C plus H is if I just do it in a different way, sum of the first 4 of them is A. We have C plus 1 just using POE again. Well, I'm trying to find a way to sort of utilize the equation to convert it into a simple form of like M equals something. But let's see if we can plug C in. C equals the total. We have 4c plus 12. And then the last one is C plus 8. And strings of numbers. If the sum of the first 4 of them is A, we have 4c plus 12 is A, and we have C plus 8. All right, so you're giving out a specific. Yeah, that's a way that you can do it. But I remember solving this once and I actually used A because I want to find the way to solve every single questions. But if you find using a consecutive string of integer, that's okay because they are actually that's quite smart if you haven't done this before. And let me just reread my document in sometimes later, and then I will do this again for you in a slightly more complicated way. But the simpler way would be exchanging the 5 consecutive integer for in place of 5 actual consecutive integers. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, and they ask to find the 10. We're going to have first is let's say A is the total of the first 4. We have 4, 10, 12, 20. So let's see if one of them, A, B, C, or D, they will fit the criteria of being 10. So if we plug in 20 for each and every single one of the equation over here we have, and you can kind of guess that, be able to guess that D is the correct answer. But I'm feeling like I have done it like, yeah, really, really recently. And how can I just forgot it? Oh, that's annoying. Oh no, it's not. It's not the average. It's the sum. Average is like the mean. The mean is the average. But if they ask for the sum, is the total. Yeah, that takes time. Okay, 3. 3. Can you do it for me, Hung?
Yeah, 3C. 3C.
Okay, 3C. Can you tell me how you got C?
I wrote 3 equations, I believe. Let's say let's symbolize red, white, and blue marbles that R, W, and B.
Okay.
We have R equals 4/5 of W.
4/5
With
W. Okay.
yes, and W equals 3/4 of B.
E. Okay.
And then we have the main equation, which is R plus W plus B equals 470.
4/5 times. We just
Oh
plug
no,
them in.
no, I mean R plus W plus B
Okay.
equals 470.
470.
Is the total number. And then I just plug them in.
Okay, so we have 4/5 times 3/4 B plus B is 470, and we have C is the answer. Okay, very quick. How about 4? Let's see. Ving, can you do 4 for me?
For D,
4D, how did this come about?
I will make 2 equation. The first equation is x plus y equal 1500.
150. Okay.
The second is 40x plus 75y
75y.
equal to 7400.
7,400. Okay, remember, send at 10 cents is like $1. So this is 7,400. I'm sorry, 100 cent is $1, right? And you just solve it, right? And the answer, remember, they asked for the lollipop. What did one of these? What is the lollipop in your equation? X or Y?
X.
Okay, X. So remember to solve for X, not solve for Y, because this is a system of equation. You're going to have 2 variables. Be extra careful in that one. And you guys can make this mistake. And the SAT actually, they know this is a common mistake for many people. That's why Y is also one of the options that they're going to give. And there's that. Okay, 5. Bike, can you do it for me?
5B.
5B. Okay, how did you do it?
Uh, A equals J, or we could X equals 3Y.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Number 6, right? X. Wait,
No, number 5.
number 5. So so 43 minus 75,
75.
and then divided by 24, which is 2 years.
At the end of 2 years. So we have 82. Okay, so it's B. All right, 6. Can you do it, Thumb?
I choose B.
Okay, 6B. Elaborate.
I have these two equations that Aaron equal 3 times Josh and 3 times Aaron minus 50 in the bracket. Aaron no 3 then a bracket then A.
3 open bracket times 3 open bracket A minus 50. This one.
Yeah.
All right.
Equal to J plus 15.
Aaron give Josh 50. Josh will have it. Okay. J.
Then I open the bracket and plug A in.
All right. So you plug in. We basically have this equation: 3 times 3J minus 50 equals J plus 50. And we have J, and then can calculate A, and then we have B. All right, very good. Next up, 7. Hưng, can you do it?
And it's D.
7C.
D. I mean D.
Right, D. Okay. How did you do it?
Let's say Jason's today's result is J, and we have J minus half of X equals 12,
All right, 12.
and J plus half of X equals 2X.
2x. All right.
Solve the equation, we have J equals 18, I believe, and X is 12.
So we just subtract the above to the below equation. We have x. X is how many?
12.
X is 12, and then J is 13, right?
18.
18. So you plug in X for 3 years, and you add up 18. We have okay,
54.
we have 54. It's D. All right. Next up, 8, Ving.
A. I choose A.
A. Let's see. Is this job getting you? All right, A. How can you do it?
1/10 plus 1/x.
Are you doing the Vietnamese way? 1/10 plus 1/x.
Yeah, equal 1 over what 2.5.
2.5. All right. And this one gives 1, 2, A, right? This is kind of like a classic Vietnamese way, but this can be interpreted in a system equation, and you can do the working loan, press A, can do the job in 10 hours. Yeah, but in actually, when I find that when they solve this question in on the SAT, they actually solve it in a sort of working complete job too. Less concise like this, because on the SAT, you remember, you have to merge the best of both worlds. In Vietnamese, there are sometimes a few ways that can make it quite faster. And on the SAT, you have to calculate A, and you call B as a hidden value, and then you assume A gives out how many pumps per hour, and then you multiply by 10, and then you have a system equation of A and B. And then you have to solve that system, and then you have A. But in this way, we can just say that A can do in 1 hour, A can do 1/10 of the job, and in 1 hour, B can do 1x of a job. And then in 1 hour, both of them can do 2.5th of a job. So we can do it and we can calculate reverse, and we get x equals 3 plus. This is kind of like 3/1/3. Sometimes on your calculator, you have this symbol, but on the SAT, do not write 3/1/3. On the digital SAT, if you type in like this, it will be considered wrong. And then you're going to have to type in 3, or you just convert it into 3. It's 9/10/3, like this. Do not ever type in this question if this is a student's response. You can only use fraction or like numerical numbers with the decimal points. So there are only 2 symbols: minus sign, fraction, and decimal point. You can use only those numbers. All right. 9, back.
9 is D.
D, very simple. Drive through. How many minutes? I'm not going to ask you to elaborate this one since it's quite easy. So you're going to do 10 also.
10 is C.
C. How did this come about?
So he gained the total weight of 60, which equals to 60, which equals to for like 40%, like into which is
You can
now
take 0.4.
so now he is 1.4.
So it's plus 1 is 1.4.
And no, I meant wait, how many
It's getting too
so
hard to use 60.
so yeah, so his current weight is which 15
What did you say? You can just use like a variable as to assign it to the current weight or the beginning weight of since 1970. Or how did you do C? Is there a different way?
like I did like to calculate like what weight like what was his weight in 2000.
2000, yes. And
So
so it's
his
60
weight
plus 60. And
plus 60, and his which is another 30 pounds.
20.
Like first
Okay, let me just try to rephrase what you're saying. So since 1970, he gained 2 pounds every year. And in 2000, he was 40% heavier than in 1970. What percent of his 2015 weight was his 2000 weight? So I think I'm going to assume A is the beginning weight of 1970, and then I'm going to add 60 to it, and then I have equals. Let's just reassign M is the weight of 2000. 2000's time 1.4. No. Oh, this can be A times 1.4. And then what percentage of his 2015 weight? And from 2015 to 1970, there will be 45 years. 45 times 2 is 90 pounds. 8 plus 90 pounds is the amount of 2015. A times X. Let's see if we can solve this. A is X plus 60 X times 1.4. A will be 150. And then 150 plus 90 equals A is 150 times X. 1.6. So A times X is A times 1.6. And remember, 1.6 is the percentage of A. And we have the percentage of 2000. It will be A times 1.4. We have A times 1.4 in total times X equals A times 1.6. And we have X is 150 already, times 1.4 times X equals 150 times 1.6. We have X is 1.46. Percentage of his 2015 weight was, and we minus 1 to it. Oh, sorry, multiply X. 8 point here, X is here, because they're asking for the percentage of 2015 to 2000. So I'm going to add X over here times X, and we have 0.875, and that is C, 87.5. Okay, so this one is, you can see the word problems is just mainly linear equations, but you're going to have to translate it into linear equation. Quite difficult, in my opinion, in this respective examination. The word problems, they are the most difficult on the paper SAT, but not necessarily the most difficult, because in Vietnamese there are way more difficult lessons there are. So how about 11? 11 Tâm?
60.
11 is 60. Let's see, how did this come about?
So we have the sum of the two exceeds different by 30. So I have the equation of I assume that X is larger than Y. But I have X plus Y minus X minus Y
Wait, X plus Y minus Y?
minus X
Minus X?
X minus Y, both of the X and Y pair in the bracket.
Here, in the bracket,
Yeah,
X and Y.
and X plus Y too. In the bracket too.
Okay, in the bracket,
Equal 30.
or 30. Sum of the two numbers exceeds their difference by 30. So that difference is the delta between the two numbers, and Tâm assumed X is larger than Y, so therefore X minus Y is 30. The sum of two numbers exceeds their difference by 30. So that means exceeds is more than, if the sum of the two numbers is more than the difference by 30. So X plus Y minus this is 30. Exactly. So what is the greater of the two numbers whose product is 90? And we also have X times Y is 90. And we can plug in Y equals 90 divided by X. And we also plug in again. Yeah, let me just calculate. X plus 90 over X minus X minus 90 over X. X equals 30. And the answer is what? What did you say, Them? The answer?
60.
60. Oh, this is 900. So the answer is 60. Okay. That's correct. 12, Hung, can you do it?
240.
Very simple.
240. Yes.
240. Number of comic books in 60%. I won't ask you to elaborate on this one because it's just a word problem that is one equation away from the answer. Okay, 13, Ving.
13, 30.
30. Okay, can you elaborate this?
I will have the first equation is 5x minus 2y equals 66.
66, right?
And I replace x by 3 over 2y.
5 is 3 half of y minus 2y, right? So this is essentially plugging in. You have two equations. Firstly, is this one, and secondly, is this one. How many times did she play this game? Is you just add up. Remember, they asked for how many times she played this game is the sum of x and y, not one or the other. Okay, it's 30. Next, 14, back.
14 is 18.
18. Each of the 10 players. Nice. All right, how did you come about 18?
18, I made it by like so if like all the 10 players is 75, then like the total points made is 7 like the total is 750 points.
The total,
And
if each player is 75, so the total will be 755 and 50. And
yes, and uh 8 of and 8 of 17 we multiply 79 by 8 and subtracts it by the by 750.
And let's see, 750 minus 79 times 8 is 180. Okay. And we have
And the highest is 100, then the lowest would be
the
18.
remainder is 18. So this question has made a lot of students gotten their mistakes here because they stuck at the very last step. If you don't read the question carefully enough, this is the smallest number anyone could have made. So you don't really have the smallest number, do we? So what we can base off of is the sum of the last and the first number, which is 118. And many of you can do up to here, 118. But you can't really assume what is the smallest number. Here, you can base off of this, the highest number, 100. And we can subtract 118 by 100, and you get the smallest possible number anyone could have made. Because remember, this one is, I'm sorry, the highest possible number is 100. 100 free throws. Because like, if the highest possible is the maximum, and the maximum is you score 1 point every single throw, which is almost a perfect score, 100, and then you subtract it by 18, the smallest, and you get 18. Okay, 15. Hung, can you do this for me?
16 is 50.
60 or 16?
50. 50.
Oh, 50.
Yes.
How many dollars? Can you elaborate?
Yes. Let's say the number of the money originally in the box is A.
Right, A.
And Anne took A half of A plus 1. That's how much Anne took.
Half of A plus,
Plus 1
right,
equals can you,
equals
let's say B.
B
And the remaining money is B minus A.
is B minus A. In-
Oh no, sorry. Wait. A minus B. A minus B. Sorry.
okay, so you have A over to you assign to a different variable. Is that it?
Yes. Yes.
You assign these to a
So
different variable. So you have A minus B.
equals C. So
No.
that's the remaining money. And then Dan took C half of C plus 1. It's pretty much the same equation, but with different variables.
C divided by 2 plus $1 equals, so I'm going to say D, right? D. Stan then took the remaining $11. So the remaining is C minus D equals how many? I think the internet just lost you. Can you repeat yourself?
And then C minus D equals $11.
Right, $11. Then
So we have C equals 11 plus D.
then you can
Remove
you
D
can tell
over.
me what is C? C equals
C is I believe 24. 24. Yeah.
4, and then you have 24 here, A, and you have A equals 50, right?
50. Yes.
And yeah,
That's it.
that's precisely it. Remember, it's not too difficult. Only this one is quite tricky. I'm just going to find a way to make it as general as possible, but the remaining is not too difficult. You can just do it in an instant, and then we're going to jump to quickly fix and the remainder of the homework, which is September US 2020. Is it 2020? Where's the file? Okay. We have March US section 4 remaining, the remaining. Here, March US section 4, 11. Firstly, the first 5. Thumb, can you do it?
1D.
Wait, hang on. Compilation. Wait, give me a sec. This is March US, right? 1 is
D.
D. 2 is
D.
D. 3,
B.
B. All right, correct. 2, 5. 4 is
4D.
4D. And then 5,
D.
D. 5D. Are you sure?
No. C.
Yeah, I don't think 120% of 2000 is D. So it's most likely going to be C, right? There's nothing. All right. Can you tell me how you did 3?
So it's as the fraction of the paramillimorphia and the Australia multiple species. So I take the number of the 24 equal to all these Australian species, the sum of all the Australian species.
Okay. American marsupials and Australian are two primary showed species in each order of living marsupials by group. This is the order. And then from the order, the one thing I want to note here is the fraction of Australia. This one, I think you guys can get mistaken the most. Fraction of this will be the numerator. From the denominator. So remember, a fraction of numerator from denominator, right? This is the formula, and like the wording, you can quite easily get confused when you're doing a long session of SAT. Okay, next up, 6 to 10. Boom.
6, B.
Wait, 6B. All right.
Yes.
7.
7 is A.
7A. All right. 8.
8 is C.
C. And 9 is
B.
9B. 10.
C.
10C.
Yes.
Wait, hang on a sec. Ooh, 10 is C. 9 is based on 2010 US Census. The population of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I think in the US they talked it, was about 96% of the population of Baltimore, Maryland. In 2010, Wisconsin, 2010, if Milwaukee's population was about this, which of the following best approximation of Baltimore's population? 97% of Baltimore, I'm going to assign the variable. The population of M is 0.96 of Baltimore. In 2010, if Milwaukee's population was about this, which of the following is the best approximation? In 2010, so just plug them in, right? I don't think you got it wrong. I think it should be A, don't you see? Why did you come about B?
I don't remember. I did it like a week ago.
So let me just try to find where you got it wrong. 1.96 times X is 3. I got 0.96 here times 96 equals X. Oh, I think you got mistaken like this. You got 59500 times 0.96 equals B, and this is how you got it wrong. So you got mistaken for Maryland and Baltimore. So remember, check your the variable if you assign it. I think the best way to assign the variable is not to assign it for X and Y, but assign it to the first initial of the word. This is M and this is B, and you can rarely get wrong if you do it like this. So it will be B, it will be A, right? Not B. Again, 10, let me see where you got it wrong. In 1855, Louis Rome traveled from Sacramento, California to Portland, Oregon, stopping to rest for only 10 hours of the 143 hours it took him to reach Portland, if his average speed while traveling without resting was 5 miles per hour, how many miles did Louis Rem travel? Rest only for 10 hours, so it's 133 hours it took him to reach. And how many miles? 133 times 5 is 665. I don't think it's C either, because I'm not really sure how you got it wrong. Let's see. Oh, you haven't subtracted. Yeah, you chose C because you haven't subtracted 10 hours from the 143. Just so you know, so that you won't get mistake again. Right? 11 to 15. Bike.
11 is D.
Okay, 11D. 12.
It's B.
12B. 13. You ever done this, have you?
I haven't done it.
So what did you do in the homework? I can see that you've just handed it in quite late, so I haven't checked it. What exam did you do so that I can save it for later?
Word problems.
Okay, so 2020 haven't done. It's required, right? Next time try to do it beforehand so that I can firstly check, and then you won't kind of slow down the class's progress, and try to do it better next time. 13 is B, all right? 13B, and 14 is A. 15 is A. See, yeah, just plug in. You can use Desmos in this case. This one you can use Desmos. And then 16 is C. The area of triangle. Can you try to do this for me, Bait? 16?
16. A, B, D, A, E is, oh wait, A, B.
You have the Pythagorean theorem, won't you?
Yes,
Okay, so we can calculate EC is
EC is, uh, 2, 2 to the power, 2 and square root of 3.
just, you can use your calculator. So that's 2 to 2
Square
square
root.
root 5. Okay,
Oh.
this is not 3, 2 square root 5. Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 3.
4, 2. Yeah, 2 square root of 3. So you have AE is 10 minus 2 square root of 3, right? And then how
Yes.
can you calculate the area of triangle? This triangle.
ABD, AE times 2.
What? AE times 2?
Yeah, because it's technically same. So, oh no. Oh yeah, AE times 2.
Wait, AE times 2. That's strange. I haven't heard of a way of solving it like this.
Because it's AVD, so like it's ABE and AED, which is congruent.
Oh yeah. So I thought you were saying the sine and cosine. So it's C. Okay, ABD. This is cancelled out. 2 times 2 is 4 over here is the area is okay, it's C, right? 17 to yeah, first we will continue will be thing 17.
17 C.
C 18
B.
B 19
C.
C and 20.
20 D.
You can do this quite quickly by crossing out A and C because this is going up, and then you have yeah, you're gonna have to plug in and eliminate the 2. 21
A.
21 A, right? 22
B.
YB.
It's a exponential, so exponential it will be percent, so I will eliminate C and D.
Okay, C and D. This is increases by a fixed value, so it won't be the same every time over. So it says out, and you have increases by 22%. This is 1.22. Remember, 1.22 is increases by 22%, and if it says like 88, it will be a decrease of, I'm sorry, 78. It will be a decrease by 22%. So it will be increased by 22%. 23.
C.
C. You can use your calculator. You don't have to rely on the circle. 29, 24.
C.
Okay, YC.
As we have 21 over 30.
Over 30. There's one of the stocks that increase in value in August is chosen at random, is here, this row, right? So the total, the denominator will be 30. What is the probability? This is the formula. You ask for the denominator first, and then you ask for the numerator. The probability stock also increase in value in July. It's 21 over 30. What is the probability? Let me just check. 21 over 30. 0.7%. 70. So it's C, all right? Very good. Next up, 25.
25B.
25B. 26.
D.
26D. 27.
A.
YA.
I don't remember how I can do it.
Let's see. The graph of y equals fx with the xy plane is aligned with a negative slope. Which of the following must be true? So we just take an example. Here is a slope with is aligned with a negative slope. It goes down. So firstly, let's just plug in every possible scenario. Start with 3. A is bigger than 0. Then wait, A is more than 0, then FA will be smaller than 0. Here you have A is bigger than 0, then FA is smaller than 0. It's not really true, is it? The function defined for all real numbers. The graph has line with negative. That's the only condition is the negative slope. So 3 is going to be wrong. Yeah, 2 can be wrong also because it's not smaller or bigger than 0, but it's if it is a negative slope, x1 smaller than x2. So y1 is bigger than y2. This is a negative slope. And if it is a positive slope, it will be x1 smaller than x2 and y1 smaller than y2, right? This is a positive slope and this is a negative. Next, 28.
Is C.
C, 29.
D.
D, and 30.
D.
D. Also 31 and 32. 31.
31. 3.
31. 3. 32.
32. 1,033.
1,033.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Wait,
What?
how?
Wait. It seems that I took the wrong answer. Wait a minute.
Okay. That seems off also.
Let's-
You're just gonna have to list one possible value of R.
oh, 10.
Right, 10. Yeah, you can also do it like 8 or 9 or 10. Okay, it's not 1,033. Next up, Hung. All right, next up, Hung, 33.
3 is 1/4.
1/4. Okay, 34.
4 is 50.
50. Okay, it's just a word problem. 35.
50. Awesome.
35 is also 50. Wait, okay, 50. 36.
20.
220. All right, it's linear function to find d constant. You have 2 points and you calculate the c, the value of c. 37,
15.
15, and 39.
9.
30 is 9. Right. Yeah, just let's move on because there's still a lot to do. You also do from 1 to 5, can you? 1,
1A.
1A, 2,
B.
B, 3, 3C, and 4.
C.
4 is what? 4 is C or D?
4C. C.
C. 5,
A.
A, correct. Next up, Ving, 6,
6D,
D, 6D, wait, hang on, 7,
7D,
7D, 8,
AC,
8C, 9,
9B,
9B, 10,
10C,
10C, let's see, and also 11,
B,
11B, correct. Let's roll up again, 12,
12D.
D, 13,
13A.
A, and 14,
C.
14C, and back, can you do me 15?
15 is
Can you find me the y-intercept?
It's A.
All right. How? Can you find me the y-intercept?
Y-intercept is 1/16.
Right, 1/16. So basically you just find 1/16 in the four options. So it's A. All right, good. Next up, finish this one, 16 to 20. 16,
11,
11, yes. 17,
20,
20. Great. 18,
5,
5, 19,
16,000,
16,000,
1,600, yeah, sorry,
1,600. So 20,
41,
41. Okay. So the latter part. Well, it's not too heavy for on you because actually you guys can skip the homework for this day and focus on doing what is, because you guys are going to take the SAT soon. So what's the point of grinding yourself in your homework? But let's try to do the first 5, yeah? 1, can you do it? Because you are the August test takers, that's why you're excused homework this time, and next week won't be so easy, right? 1,
B,
it's Hung turn, right? Okay, Hung, can you do first one?
This is March International, right?
March INT. Yes.
Section 4, B.
Okay, B. Let's do 2.
To C.
2 is C. 3.
D.
3 is what?
D.
D. 4.
C
4 C, and 5.
is A.
5 A. Right. Have you done from 6 to 10?
Yes.
Okay, let's do 6. Let's shoot for 6.
6 D.
6D, 7
A.
A, and 8.
B.
8 is B, 9.
C.
9 is C, and 10.
C.
Okay, good. Next up, Ving, 11.
11B,
B, wait, the mean increased. Right, 12.
B,
12B, 13.
A,
13A, what is slope of the line? 15. 14, sorry.
then D,
14 is D, 15 is
D.
D. Okay. If you find any difficult question that I have just glossed over, remind me, and I will try to fix yours ASAP. 16,
B,
B, 17,
B,
17B, right, 18,
C,
18. Okay, can you elaborate how you did 18?
I will look to the graph. It had the point 2, 2,
2, 2 here.
and the point 8, 8, 4, 8.
4, 8. Right.
So the X will go from 2 to 4 between this.
So what is this asking for? The line, this is the line, right? This is the line, and this is the parabol, the exponential graph. So can you tell me what is 3x minus 4 in this one, the first one or the second one?
the
The two graph, which is 3x minus 4, the first graph or the second graph?
the fourth one.
The first
The
one,
first
yes. So they're asking for the larger than is, then you can see that if it is larger than, the graph will be on top of the smaller graph. So this, in this case, it will be larger. This one is larger, and this one is at the bottom, is lower. So it's less. How about if I ask you for the other way around? If I ask for the smaller, what will the answer be?
The first one will be under the second.
Yes, smaller than second. And next is there are two scenarios, right? Firstly, is this one smaller? Next is
X larger or
larger than 4. Yes. This is how you're going to represent it in a straight line. You have this 2, 4, and you just included, no, this is a bracket, and this also a bracket, and you eliminate the remainder. In some cases, you can find that they say R subtracted square bracket 2 to 4. This is the notation for the line, the horizontal line in maths. Right, next 19.
19 C
C 20.
28
28. All right, thank you. Next up, 21.
A.
21A. 22.
B.
22B. Hang on. Since from what question haven't you done the homework, Hung?
Sorry?
From what question in this exam haven't you done the homework?
From question 15.
15. So just carry on, all right. Carry on.
23D.
23D. 24.
A.
24A. You can easily eliminate this 2 because of the positive slope. And in maths, sometimes POE can be very quick. And you do this, you plug in simply one equation, and you can find the solution, whether it be 0, 50, or near 0 and 50. 25.
C.
C. 26.
D.
All right. 26 is D. Okay. Wait, can I'm going to ask Beck to do 27 for me. Beck, are you there?
27 is
27.
D,
Why D?
because we just we don't, or
Yeah, you just cross multiply, and then that's basically Guidong in Vietnamese. You do 2 over 15 minus 6x equals minus 6hx. This is identical for all values, and you could see if this is true, then two equations are equal to each other. This is just a different way of saying that, hey, these two are equal to each other. And then you find hx by cross multiply this minus 6 to this one, and then divided by 2. You have hx is D. All right, 28
A.
A, and 29.
C.
29 is C. Hang on, let me check. Outside North America in the year 1990. 1990. It is 8,000, which best approximate patents applied for from outside of North America. Outside of North America is worldwide, so it is C. Okay, very good. 30.
13 D.
Right, D. 2000 to 2010. 2000 to 2010, and it is 80%. Closest to percent increase worldwide is 80%. Okay, good. Next up, 31, Ving.
152.
152. Great. 152. 32.
5/2.
5/2. Right, 33.
2.
33 is 2. 34.
7/50.
7/50. Right, 35.
1008.
1008. Good. 36. Wait, let Hung do the 36. I'm sorry. Let's see. Can you do this for me, Hung? 36.
Some time, please. Two.
Exactly. Just calculate what the mean is, and then find. 37. Hung, you continue. What is the angular diameter of the moon in arc minutes? 1 degree is 60 arc minutes. 1 degree is 60 arc minutes. Wait, arc minutes is one prime. Arc minutes. What is the angular diameter of the moon?
21.2.
31.2, exactly. Great. And Ving, can you finish this off for me for 38?
38. 0.
Okay, let's see. Can you elaborate how you did 38?
It's thought that we will have the angle POR is P/2, and B is lying on y-axis. So we will have the point B is 0 in B.
0 and P. Because this is pi over 2, therefore it will be in a 90 degree, right? 90 degrees. So this is basically the circle of trigonometry, and you can see pi over 2 is half an arc, half 1/4, a quarter of a circle. So this in here, and P is 0B. So they ask for the value of A, therefore it will always be 0. Okay, so it's 0. Very good. So I don't think we're going to have time to fix the last exam for today, but nor do we have enough people who did the homework. So let's call it a day and then stop the lesson here. And well, there are some notes that I want to give you. Firstly, for the August test takers, and obviously for those who are taking the August SAT as well, please read the very last sentence of the SAT, right? Distinguish between, firstly, median, the mean, those two only. And remember this, what standard deviation is. Standard deviation. You can retrace the YouTube video that I uploaded to the playlist, and yeah, find out what the definitions are. Firstly is the mean and the median. They are the most easy to get mistaken, and also the average and the sum, right? Sum is the total, the average is the mean, which is the, well, basically the average, right? Next up is try to focus on what they're asking. Whether or not this is the most common way the SAT might trick us is how much has increased versus how much of the original. In this case, where how much of the original will be 1.13, for example, the increase will be 13%, right? So remember, don't get mistaken between these two. And also, what? Exponential, it is this line. This is increasing exponential or growth. And this is the decay exponential. And this is an increased linear. And this is a decreased linear. Here is the shape of the polynomials in degree of 2, which is the quadratic equation, degree of 3, and degree of 4. Here, right? So there are the three fundamental polynomials that you're going to have to remember. And I would assume that you remember it already. Sorry. Next up, let's see, sine, cosine, and everything like that. You can just use your calculator. Don't use your memory. I just want to train it when you're doing practice tests. But when you do the actual test, don't rely on your memory. You can never be too safe. You can never be too sure, right? Next is what I said, fraction. Be careful between numerator and denominator, and find and try to write as much as possible in your scrap paper, because you won't be able to write on your machine, obviously, on your computer, obviously, but you have to rely on your scrap paper to write and explain yourself as much as possible. You don't have to write in words. Do not write in words, but write in symbols in a way that makes you understand it, so that you can look at it later if you still have time to check it whether you've got it right or wrong. And most of us have already surpassed the threshold of 750 on the March SAT, so I won't be fretting too much about that. But I want you guys to be sure and to be ready for the next exam. Obviously, the SAT is just one small part of what making who you are academically, but the more you accumulate the accolades, the more you accumulate the achievements, the better. And I think by practicing the SAT, I have acknowledged your ability. And I find that as for the practices time, you won't be doing bad. You'll do great because it pays off, right? So that's it. And everything, for the August test taker, try to take your mind off the SAT for tomorrow and do your best on Saturday. And for the rest, I think Saturday will be you will have another session, and then I think on Saturday I will excuse Thumb and Hung to take the SAT. You won't have to attend the Saturday's session because you've had plenty of supplement lessons already, and we will continue our grinding process on Tuesday next week, right? Tuesday next week, we'll go back to the normal track and we'll focus on reading, writing. And for now, I hope you guys have an effective rest and have a nice day and a nice weekend. Goodbye.